Welcome to In Moderation,
the show where we give you a moderate dose of info, sarcasm, and we already know we're not approved. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast, and I am getting dangerously low on diet soda, but sort of on purpose because we're moving. And I'm like, do I want to bring all this diet soda with me? I don't know about that. So I'm
that
slowly
sounds like a lot to pack.
So I'm just drinking. I'm getting through many Coke Zeros.
Okay, here's the thing. Have you checked the stores where you are moving to make sure that they have all these fancy things that you have access to where you're at?
I'll tell you what they don't have for sure is Mountain Dew Code Red Zero. So before we leave, I'm going to have to stock up on that. I also, when I visited, I didn't see Barks, and I'm very sad about this. I don't know for certain, but I didn't see Bark Zero, and I really like Bark Zero. So I think they do have most of them, but definitely not all of them, and it's a little sad. So right now I'm drinking Faygo because so Faygo is the Juggalo. So
are you a Juggalo?
Yeah, so it's so great. In one video I did that where I was just like, I'm going to drink Faygo. And then I just played a clip from Insane Clown Posse. Did you know they weren't always the Insane Clown Posse, but they always were ICP? Do you know what ICP used to stand for?
I don't actually.
I can't give a hint because it's late and I can't come up with hints, and my hint would just be you telling you the actual thing. So I'm going to just tell it to you anyway. It was Inner City Posse. And then somehow, Inner City Posse, and then it swapped to Insane Clown Posse. It's basically the same thing. I have to imagine they had that, like the ICP, and they're like, we have to keep this. What can we do? What if we put clown makeup on and just acted insane? And they're like, totally, this will work, and it did. It worked better.
It did.
Did you know about the Inner City Posse? No, but you absolutely know about the Insane Clown Posse.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, there's your information, everybody. Good night. Don't be
good night. Fastest episode ever.
Oh, you now know about the Insane Clown Posse. I will say I just posted a video today talking about protein, and there was a list of like protein per 100 grams. So when you do it by weight, it looks a little weird because anything with water isn't going to really do well on the list. Like chicken, beef, these things have water in them, water content. But things like peanut butter and dried beans don't. So, you get like 25 grams of protein, but also, 600 calories. So it was like, well, you should do it by calorie instead. Like, what's 100 calories? So I looked up a list. I kind of want to go through this and talk about ways to use it, because I feel like, people are like protein, everything, but also because I like to talk about fiber. Maybe talk about a few high fiber foods and do kind of the same thing. So I'm going to give you a food, and how many grams of protein are in 100 grams of egg whites? Go.
100 grams of egg whites.
No, 100 calories of 100 calories.
100 calories
of egg whites. How much protein does it have? Yes, we're going by 100 calories.
First of all, why are we measuring egg whites in grams? Okay, that's about that much. God damn.
It's basically pure protein. It's basic. I mean, egg whites are basically pure protein.
It's just
okay. I'll get this one says 20.
I'll give it like 24.
This one says 22. I probably would have said 24, and it might be. I'm not 100%. You might have to double check it, but here I see 22. But like, it's essentially pure protein. So if you're looking for like just the most protein for the fewest calories,
amino acids floating around in water.
Yeah, pretty much. And, add it to, we've talked about that before, add it to your eggs. You're cooking eggs, add some egg whites to it. That just makes it easy, you know what I'm saying? Or make those wraps or whatever. Man, I've seen they have, like, people ask me about them. There's egg white wraps. And I'm like, those are cool, but they cost like $6 and you get like a few wraps. And I'm like, I just feel like maybe you could just cook some egg whites in a pan. And that's pretty much all it is.
Yeah. That's what it is, right?
If you want to pay for the convenience, sure, but like
maybe
you
put a little psyllium husk in there.
Hell yeah, you could do. You could add other things. You add seeds or whatever. Like, I don't know, add something. So I think, egg whites are pretty easy. How much do you think is chicken? How many grams of protein? 100 calories of chicken.
100 calories. I'm gonna go with
a little bit lower.
Yeah, let's say 18.
Yeah, 19 grams of protein. Chicken, I mean, super easy. Oh, you know what? I just did another video. The Costco, obviously the rotisserie chickens. I really like the idea. He broke it apart, used the chicken, obviously, and then like the bones and the leftovers and all that stuff you don't eat, simmered it in water to make a broth, and then used that broth to cook the rice that he made. I was like, that's a good idea. I like that a lot. It'll just add
Yeah.
flavor to it. He also added quinoa to the rice, like you make it in the rice cooker and you add quinoa. And I was like, oh, that's a great way to add like protein fiber. Love that idea. So I'm doing a video about that as well.
I like using a good chicken stock when cooking my rice.
And if you have the rotisserie chicken, just use that. Just throw the bones in there. Boom, you got broth you made. How cool is that? Yogurt, non-fat Greek yogurt.
Non-fat Greek yogurt. Let's go with 16.
18 grams of protein, man. Yogurt is, for me, like, that is the thing. I just, if when it comes to like animal products, I'm like, I need my yogurt. Like, I need the yogurt. It's so versatile. I love it. I love the yogurt drinks. I love just like yogurt by itself, obviously, and fruit or sweeteners or whatever it is. Like, yogurt. I eat yogurt every single day. I probably eat as much yogurt as I eat beans, and that's fucking saying something.
That is saying something. But what about cottage cheese?
I do like cottage cheese. Good culture, though. Good culture. Not a sponsor of this podcast, but I'll tell you, it's the best damn cottage cheese you're going to find. More expensive, but worth it. Fage. I've been getting into the Fage yogurt. Also worth it. It's like $7 a container. I'm like, damn, but really, they have figured it out. It's the best consistency. Oh, you can't. And I've been even getting like the 2%, a little bit of fat in there. It makes it taste better. And that's the thing. It's like, oh, if you don't like non-fat, get the full fat stuff. Full fat's also good. Like when it comes to like losing weight, I've seen like pros and cons for both non-fat and full fat. Because, you know, the fat adds to satiety as well.
Whatever's going
more
to
calories.
Satiate you more.
Yeah, right. So like you like the full fat, do that. Add other things to it. The fucking yogurt, like when it's late at night and I'm like, I kind of want something sweet, but I want to get a little more protein. Yogurt bowl. Throw yogurt in there. Throw fruit on there. Throw nuts on there. Granola, done. Easy.
I was going to say granola. Yeah.
Fucking love granola.
A little crunch.
Crunch. Oh. Speaking of not crunch, because that doesn't segue into the next thing I was saying, salmon. How many grams of protein are in that?
Salmon. Oh man, let's go back up to 19.
This one is lower. It says 14, and I'm actually curious.
I guess it's kind of pretty fatty.
It is pretty fatty. So, like, it's probably...
Yeah.
So, salmon, yeah, and again, like, we're talking about fat and, like, dairy, like, the fat in salmon also seems pretty good for our health. A lot of mono and polyunsaturated fats, so salmon is great. Oh, my God. Can I tell you something? I'm so fucking over this wild caught. You have to get wild caught. Every time I make a fucking video, it's always just like, no, you can't do farm raised. Like, oh, really? Oh, I don't know why that one pisses me off so much, but it really does. Like, is farm salmon the real problem? That's why people aren't healthy. Get out of here with that shit. Come on. So yeah, salmon. For me, I keep either. Oh, you know what? I bought some smoked salmon recently. It's expensive, man. Every time I get smoked salmon, I'm like, it's $10 for like a little 4-ounce thing. And I'm like, damn, but it's good on a piece of toast, maybe some avocado.
Don't buy it for a year. Save up for your own smoker. There you go.
You know, that would be cool. I've never even thought about getting my own smoker because, like, I don't smoke a lot of meats, but just for the salmon.
You're gonna have soon.
Can I smoke some like tofu and stuff?
Heck yeah.
I might be interested.
Smoke it if you got it.
Smoke them if you got it. And then what you have is salmon, then you smoke it. That's good. Tofu. You can see a theme. All of these are going down a little bit.
Okay, well, I guess if our last one was 14, we'll drop down to 12.
It is 12. See, you've worked out the game. Tofu, I think it gets a lot of people I know because you eat it out of the package. It's not going to taste that great. But I think the best
Invest in a press.
Press is good. They sell vacuum sealed ones. Now you'll see it. The packaging's different. It's like in this really firmly sealed package. And I like those. It's a lot firmer and more protein because it's, you know, less water, more firm, whatever. And I think it's totally worth it. It's still only like $4 or something like that. It's not too bad for like a pound.
Right.
And I like to break it off into like, not into cubes. I find breaking it off into pieces. There's just more surface area. And then you sear it with lots of spices and a little bit of honey, like, or maple syrup or whatever. Just something like a little bit of sweetness with a bunch of different spices like chili powder or cumin or whatever. That's probably like the best way. I made vegan chicken, which of course everyone got mad about that. But basically you just shred it and then you bake it in the oven with a ton of like oil. Like you need a lot of oil. You need like 6, 7, 8 tablespoons of oil. Now you're not eating the whole thing, obviously, in one go, but like, it's a decent amount of oil, and you have to bake it pretty high, like 400 degrees, and it gets all super crispy. Done that a couple times. I like that. I think tofu is
the
really,
real
it's just how
secret
you
with
make it.
tofu is just getting the water in it out, so
Yeah,
that it has the chance to get that
easier.
nice crispy skin on it.
Cornstarch, also add some cornstarch. Cornstarch helps out a lot. So season it with, honestly, it's like salt, pepper, cornstarch, and then you can add in your spices with a mixture. So you take, like, say, your maple syrup and your honey or whatever, a little bit of like lemon juice, and then you put your spices in that and just mix it together. You just mix it together and then pour that over the tofu as you sear it. Much better. Something similar, tempeh. Is tempeh less? All right, I'm just going to give this one. It says 11 grams. I thought it would be about the same because they're both soy. It's both made from soybeans.
Right.
But it must be just, this is interesting. Anyway, but yeah, tempeh is just fermented soybeans. My favorite way for that is just to shred it and put it into chili. I've done that many times. Making a chili, shred up some tofu or tempeh, throw it right in there. You can also shred up tofu as well. I've also done that, but I like tempeh more. It gives this kind of like nutty, crunchy texture that I like more in a chili. It will be next to the tofu. If you've never heard, a lot of people never heard of tempeh. I think I've mentioned this before. I threw out the first thing of tempeh I got because I thought it was moldy, because it looks moldy when you get it. So don't do that. And then edamame. Edamame is the next one, and it's lower.
Oh, I love some good edamame.
At 10, let me tell you something. So yeah, 10 grams protein per 100 calories. Still very good. If you never tried it before, though, and you go to an Asian restaurant and they have it on the menu, I'd recommend trying it because they make it better. I think it's just because it's not like the frozen stuff, like it's fresh or whatever. And
right.
Whenever I go to an Asian restaurant, I always get that little soy sauce. Oh, but let me tell you, you want to keep it simple. I think it's called mukumeme when it's like out of the shell. So it's de-shelled edamame. Get that stuff so you don't have to deal with the shell. Multiple people have told me this. I've told them to try edamame, and then they think you eat the pod. It's not a snap pea. You don't eat the pod. You just eat the edamame in the pod.
Yeah.
So
what I like to do is you take some pre-shelled edamame. Don't bother shelling it yourself. That's a pain in the ass.
It is.
And you put it in a jar or a bowl or something. You throw some barbecue sauce in there. You water down the barbecue sauce so it has the chance to soak in a little better. You let that soak, and then you throw that all in the air fryer.
Does it actually get like crispy that way?
It can get fairly crispy. Well, I wouldn't call it crispy.
Huh.
I guess it depends on how long you put it in, but then you get some, a nice barbecued flavored edamame.
Okay, I guess you're kind of like charring the barbecue sauce almost, so it's like a steak. Yeah. Okay, I see where you're getting at. I like that idea. I typically, I get the pre-shelled stuff, and then I just microwave it and add it to rice. Just super easy rice. It's rice and beans. It's really just rice and beans.
I love adding it to rice.
Oh, so good. And then soy sauce and chili crisp. Easy. Just those two things. You can add more stuff if you want, like some furikake or whatever. It's rice seasoning. You can go to like the Asian section. They have rice seasoning. So it's got just like sesame seeds, and usually it's got seaweed and other things, salt. Pretty sure it's got salt. And then, you just throw that on top. It takes 5 minutes. I guess you have to cook the rice, but you could always get like the pre-cooked rice or whatever.
And that's seaweed for that matter.
It's
that
super easy.
Came up.
Have that with some salmon.
Right here.
Oh. That really goes well together.
Korean barbecue seaweed. It's like crack.
You know what's funny? Oakley eats seaweed. The other day, she woke up in the morning. She pointed at the seaweed. I opened it up, and she was just smashing seaweed. She's all over her face. I'm like, what 2-year-old like seaweed?
You're a 2-year-old, apparently.
I would have thought she would have turned her nose up that immediately, but she's just chowing down on seaweed. Most people hate seaweed. So I'm going to be very interested to see if she keeps that as she gets older. But I'll keep offering her seaweed because, hey, it's great.
Yeah.
Seaweed. And then we got lentils. Lentils per 100 calories. Quick, how many grams of protein?
It sounds like we're dropping down to 8.
It is 8 grams of protein for lentils. And I like green lentils, but I feel like you have to treat green lentils a little. It takes more effort to make green lentils good. Like when I go to like an Indian restaurant, I'll totally get green lentils. I love it. They do it right. But I make it myself, they're not as good. Whereas red lentils, I feel like are just more forgiving. They're like softer. You don't have to get like that perfect amount of chew, like perfect amount of doneness where it's like too soft or too hard. Red lentils are just done. So I really like the red lentils. And I've talked about cooking those in water and then blending it with pasta sauce. I think that's the easiest way. It just gives you a high fiber or high protein sauce. Like I would
Right.
totally try that. So yeah, I mean, all lentils, and they're just super cheap. Or I guess with green lentils, what you can do is just add it to ground beef. Like you can cook it. You can even use it canned if you want, but cook it and then you add it to ground beef. Make more food, less money, more fiber.
More food, less money, more fiber.
And then black beans. Black beans.
Black beans. We dropped it. What are we at? 7?
7 is the next. Just one more down. I would say, I think we've talked about this before, but man, the fucking refried beans, underrated. I love me some refried beans. You know what I got?
Zach Cohen posted a black bean brownie recipe at one point. I've been meaning to try.
I did make I've done the black bean brownies. Those are good. Basically, you just add a can of blended black beans. You have to blend it with a little bit of water so they blend, and then just add it to a thing of brownie mix. And so you can even add. You know what did I do? I did cookie mix with like pumpkin puree, and that was pretty good. I'm kind of curious if you could do like add black beans to it and then some pumpkin puree as like the liquid version. And then you can have a really good, like higher fiber, like more protein, like
now you're thinking
brownie. I'm thinking I might have to try that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I like that. I gotta try that. Almonds.
Well, I guess we're down to 5.
Almonds have 4 grams of protein.
It is down to 4. I was wondering.
Yep. It's pretty much the last one. And then almonds, obviously not the highest per 100 calories, only 4 grams, but it's still there. Like people was like, oh, nuts don't have that much. Like, yeah, it's not a chicken breast. We get it.
Well,
but
and the other thing with nuts is that you're not necessarily going to absorb all the fat.
That's also true if you eat them like in their like the whole form, like some of it pass on through.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are confused about that when it comes to like calories in, calories out. Calories in doesn't mean what's the number is on the bag. That's like the total calories measured by putting them in a bomb calorimeter.
Right. So, but when
actually
you
is calories in is what your body absorbs. So if any of that comes out of the other end in your poop, that didn't get absorbed.
Right. Just like Olestra.
Exactly.
Remember, it's funny because like everyone's worried now with the EPG. Have you seen the like modified plant fat that doesn't get absorbed? Have you seen that?
I remember us briefly talking about it at some point.
So yeah, like it's in the David bar. They're trying to get like exclusive rights to it or something. I'm not.
That's what it was.
Certain. But yeah, it's so EPG. They're saying people are like, oh, it's like Olestra because you don't absorb it, so you're just gonna poop out this fat. But I think don't quote me on this, but I think the problem with Olestra was it was solid at room temperature, but liquid at body temperature, whereas EPG is solid at both. So you shouldn't get the same thing happening. But like, I understand whenever there's a new thing, people are like, well, I don't want to be the first one to try. Like, I get it. Like, I totally understand. You can wait for it to be around for a while and see what happens. But it would be really cool to have something that gives the flavor of fat, but for only, I think, 0.7 calories per gram instead of, the typical 9.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't cause
anal leakage
problems in the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah. But then just talking for
I don't
fiber,
want to have to wear a diaper while I'm eating this stuff.
Exactly. And then for fiber, because I mean, we've talked about it. Mostly it's the protein I want to talk about, but for the fiber, I think when it comes to like a meal, it's easiest for fiber. You just kind of like you have a few fiber sources that you like that you can add into meals, right? And pick something that's pretty versatile. And what I want to talk about is that like one that just doesn't, I feel like, get enough recognition for the fiber is pasta. And I feel like as people are like, pasta, empty carbs, bleh, terrible for you, glucose spike, diabetes, like something, somewhere along those lines. But They've done a really good job with the protein pastas, the lentil pastas, the chickpea pastas, all these things. Even just
Yeah.
regular plain old whole wheat pasta.
I was just about to say whole wheat.
Yeah.
It's still pretty good.
It's got quite a bit of fiber in there. So like I love having those. It just makes it so easy. Like, oh, what am I gonna pasta? And I can add other stuff to it, right? And and then like even pastas, like marinara. I think marinara has like 2 grams of fiber per serving, which yeah, not a ton, but when the average American gets 10 to 15, every little bit helps. And then you got your pasta on top of that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, right? Like
And like you
marinara.
said, you could like blend some lentils into your sauce.
And then exactly,
and add a little
lentils
bit
as
more.
well. Yeah. So I think pasta is such a great underutilized one, and I think people are just like afraid to use it because it's like, oh, we've been told that bread and pasta are so terrible for you, blah blah blah.
Only in America. Once you go over to Europe, everybody's like, bread, pasta, yes, it's good.
It's so funny, but we're being poisoned by and it's just like, well, I think it could be our access to like everything. That's probably the bigger problem, but sure, whatever. And then what's another great one that's very versatile. Sweet potatoes. I love
Yes.
sweet potatoes. Obviously you can just bake it, you can chop it up, you can well, you know what I've done that's really good? I cook it in the microwave because I'm lazy. And then I cool it down by putting it in the fridge or freezer so it goes faster. And then you can actually take one of those like cake mixers things, you whisk like the eggs and all that sort of stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Those little whatever the mixers are. Mixers. Are they just called mixers? I feel like they should have a different name. I don't like that. That bothers me. They should have a different name, but I will call them mixers.
You got your hand mixer, you got your stand mixer.
I guess they are. Okay, they're a hand mixer. Hand mixer makes me feel better because I think mixer's just too broad. Hand mixer, I like that. I feel better. I'm back in. So you take your hand mixer and after it's cooked, you remove the skin and you can actually just like mix the flesh of the sweet potato with things like nut butter, like a little bit of honey. Right? You mix it together like some kind of liquid, like some type of milk or something, and you can make like a breakfast bowl. Add stuff on top of that. I've done that with like fruit and whatnot. That's really good. I gotta do that again. Now that I want that. I'm craving that now. Now that I'm talking about it, it's really good.
Well, episode's over. Liam's going to the kitchen.
I'm going to get me some by Oakley sleeping. Turn the hand mixer on. That's great.
Wait, Oakley's actually sleeping.
I know this kid, man, and she wakes up at like 5 a.m. I'm like, oh gosh. All right, let's go. That's fine. But yeah, you add like berries to that or like avocado, other things that are higher in. I always like to add banana to it. That's, all these things have more fiber. Boom. You're starting your day off pretty damn well. Or even just, what's she called? Like sweet potato, mashed sweet potato. Like instead of mashed potatoes, mashed sweet potatoes. It says, oh, here, yeah, one cup of cooked sweet potato has approximately 6.4 grams of fiber, which ain't too bad.
That's pretty good.
That's the same as Brussels sprouts. And I think people would like assume Brussels sprouts would have more. So yeah, like, find those sort of things that you have. Like I love beans. So just like canned beans makes it easy. Have those and then just go to it when you need to. And then just keep this shit simple, man. And don't overcomplicate it and don't stress. I've been getting a lot of comments from that, just like, especially newer people finding me on YouTube. And they're like, I'm not worrying about food. And I'm like, that's great. That's what I set out to do. And it's just like, chill out a little bit. The stress is only going to take you out faster. And eat your fiber and have your protein and go for a walk and you're good.
Go walk your cat.
Go walk your cat and drink some Faygo ginger ale, 0 sugar.
What does Faygo taste like?
Clownish.
Okay. Kind of what I expected.
Magnets. How do they work? Oh, shit. I love the fucking thing. It's water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets, how do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying and get me pissed. So good. And don't be your worst.
Hey, wasn't that a great time? Listen to the podcast. I'm assuming you were just listening to in moderation. So if you go ahead and hit the 5-star button, is that a thing? The like button?
That's a thing.
No.
Yep.
The like button
5
on YouTube.
stars.
If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, not the dislike button. That's a bad button. The
Bad
like button. Bad
Don't touch.
Hit
No
hit
touching.
all the other buttons. The share. You can go check out
Subscribe, all those things.
Subscribe. Go check out our Patreon. We do have a Patreon. It's free to join if you want, or you could give us some money. That'd be really cool, like $1 or $2. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have.
That's where you'll find all the news for this.
We're super appreciative. You can find all sorts of other stuff there. We do giveaways, I think, sometimes.
Sometimes.
All that good stuff. Yeah, absolutely. So, peace.